What up, guys? Level 5 coming high. Woo! It's the nature boy, Mr. Johnson. And today, y'all, we're going to do a little something I like to call three-way switch, part 2. A glorious and greatest Google video in the history of Google three-way switch videos. Brought to you by Corey Trotz, 683-7000. NST is the way to go. But before we begin, my friends, from YouTube to the internet and anywhere else in between, time for a dad joke. What do you call an electrician's favorite car? An electrician's favorite car. We'll see if we can get that in there. Yeah, I kind of like that. An electrician's favorite car is also known as a Volkswagen. Okay, enough of that. All right. Last time we did one switch, and this while we were on break, I did your other switch for you. Got all these stripped and ready to go. Ideally, about ½ inch. I went a little extra on all of them just to kind of demonstrate, you know, what you need and how to make twists, different ideas, and stuff like that. First thing I would like to do is I like to get the hard one out of the way. That's right, y'all. A three-way switch. A three-way switch. What we're going to do is we're going to take the 3 grounds, all right? What I like to do is I like to take the 2 from across, all right? I like to bread tie it, maybe 1 or 2 times. Then I'm going to take this bread tie, all right? I'm going to take my pliers. I'm going to hold there like so, all right? I'm going to take these like so, all right? I'm going to go all the way like so, all right? Just a real simple, real nice bread tie, okay? Now, ideally, according to some folks, this is entirely too much, okay? Now, what we saw at Residential House over Christmas was that you needed this and then some, okay? So, for our purposes today, we're going to lock it in like so. Ideally, in the FFA contest, you're only going to strip that much, about 1 inch, and that's all you really need. We're going to put a green nut, green and ground, brought to you by the letter G. All right. So we'll put it in like so, kind of fold it in, nice and neat. Get it out of the way. Now, the thing with these wires, y'all, I had a young man ask me if I'm going to make my hook while I'm here. Can these bad boys break? And the answer to that is yes, okay? Too much pressure, too much steam, too much time, anything in between, all right, will get you where they could break. And if they do break, I got bad news for you. It means you got to start all over, okay? Or as Michael Jackson would say, you're going to be starting something. You're going to be starting something. And it's called starting over. Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's get my ground in there as best as we can. All right. Take my pliers. And this dude's kind of, should have picked a different board, a little easier for the old man. All right. But it'll work. Get that thing grounded down. I like to keep things organized inside my box as well. All right. For you folks at home, can you see that? Ground it down into the corner of that box. All right. Then I'm going to take my 2 reds. Okay. My 2 reds. Now I've got out all kinds of different sets of pliers. We're going to start off with these lineman pliers, diamond side, cutting edge, and pliers. I'm going to put those right there. Okay. All right. Put them in like so. All right. We'll grab these other bad boys. I'm going to reach up top. All right. And you're going to see I'm just going to turn clockwise with them. Okay. All right. I don't stress. I don't get mad. All right. I can do this. Something along those lines. Okay. Now, the reason why I like to cut more or strip more, because then I can take off what I cut off bruising. Huh. Voila. Oui, oui. I'll cut it together. Take a red cap, put you in there. All right, like so. Then I'm going to take my two whites from my 14-3. I'm going to do the same. All right, this time I'm going to use, I don't know, two needle nose pliers. What? All right, needle nose pliers. Okay. Some people like the needle nose pliers. All right. I'm really cool with whatever, whenever. Okay. My struggle with the needle nose is right there. And I just don't feel like you can get a good enough grip. All right. But some people like it. And that's okay. All right. Go back to what I feel a little more comfortable with. Yeah, man. Now, ideally, I'd like to put like a little Romex right there where my needle nose are. All right. You tell I'm not bruising, taking my time. Shut up. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're so nice and neat. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my white from the source. White from the source and another white 14-2. Okay. Then we'll put them together. Right. Leave it all on my roots. I wired in boots. Y'all know I was a professional singer. I don't know why I'm in a singing mode today. But for more singing tips, hit me up on Twitter at JJFFA. Now, another way to get good, of course, is by practice, okay? You know, my first time doing a wiring project, I didn't get this good, okay? Like I said, it just takes a little time, all right? Cut off that excess where I bruised it up at. Why, Jimmy? All right? Can y'all see that at the home? Sure, maybe. That's the one. Whoa, come back. Computer, come back. Like I said, the videography here, please be patient at home. I am trying. There it is right there. That's that twist. And this part's going to go to my light fixture like so. All right. Now, I'm going to take, of course, my little accident-prone self. May have misplaced that black wire. I'm sure it did. All right. But we're going to take the black from the source and black from one switch. All right. We'll do the same thing. Like so. All right. And I want to try to keep my two wires up there as tight as I possibly can, to as close as I possibly can. You'll notice I keep my pliers in my left hand at 9 o'clock every single time. All right. It just helps me remember. It's like shooting a firearm. Just develop a consistency. And I'm sure I said that word all wrong. And can you do this too much? Oh, you betcha. All right. You could break it. Shake it, break it. All right. Like so. All right. We're going to go ahead. I don't know what I did with that black wire, but I'll grab another piece of real quick wire. While I do that, I'll do this another red cap too, so we can finish her up. All right, and then our last one we're going to take from an opposite switch, black. And what did I say I was going to grab? That 14-2. That's it. There's where it was. It did fail behind my computer. Okay. All right, same thing as other ways. I'm going to put there. I'm going to put there. Grab at the top. All right. Just kind of twist again like we did last summer. Let's twist again, like we did last year. All right, and so you should have 4 twists on top of your ground twist, maybe 5 altogether. And like I said, I like to go and get it right, get it tight. All right, and so I usually strip a little more than what's needed. All right, that way I can come in there, take that, cut off that bruising. Then it looks professional. All right, one more nut. Maybe a light fixture. All right. On this light fixture, we're going to take our 2 that's hanging right here. All right. Should be able to see, I think. Like the gold, like the silver. I made these about a 1/2 inch, like so, and like so. I'm going to take my white, throw it to my silver, lock it in, lock it in. This video is going quick. All right. I cut it up in 2 parts for you rather than a 30-minute because I figure some of you might get sad or blue at home. Okay. There's something like there. There's something like there. Want to make sure your connections are always tight and right. Okay. One of the things that when you're actually testing this, that usually happens with young folks, they just don't get around that screw, don't get it tight, and leads to a poor connection. All right. So I strip there. Let's see if the lights are where y'all can see it there at the house. Maybe, sort of. We'll see here in a minute. All right. Look. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Guys, that's a 3-way switch brought to you in 15 minutes or less. Any questions? Follow me at COVFFA. We're going to switch gears next week back to welding, deer stands and deer blinds at Covington High School. We're going to be building some deer stands for some young folks at the Beaver Baptist, and we're going to be building some deer blinds for a paralyzed veteran group out of Memphis, and they're going to set some of these up in Tipton and Fayette County. So it's going to be a lot of welding for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I've got a GoPro as well. Yeah, I know. All right, so we're going to try while we're on the job site here in the first shot. Any questions? Follow me on Twitter at JJFFA or the Covington FFA at COVFFA or Facebook or Instagram. Woo!